Clapperboard intro. Did you know the average person only lives about 4,000 weeks? If you're over 35, you've likely already used up more than half of them. I'm not saying this to scare you, this is your wake-up call. After helping hundreds of people plan their retirements, I've realized most people are working longer than they need to, simply because they don't know they have another option. In this video, I'll reveal 8 powerful signs that you may be able to retire much earlier than you think, and one early retirement strategy almost no one talks about. But before we jump in, I need you to shift your mindset. Most people think of retirement as a piggy bank. Save enough, crack it open later. Beautiful, right? Even my 6-year-old daughter gets the concept. She painted mine, and she reminds me exactly how much is in it and that I better return it. But retirement isn't about just saving money. Counterclockwise arrows button instead. Think of retirement like a scale. On one side, money. On the other, your life. The goal isn't to pile on more and more cash. The goal is to balance that scale and live while you still can. White heavy check mark sign number 1. You know where your money goes. Ever read The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel? There's a famous story. One man was a Harvard grad, made millions, and still went bankrupt. Another was a janitor, earned minimum wage, and died with $8 million. The difference? One lived below his means. The other didn't. If you've built a nest egg and spend less than you earn, you might be far closer to retirement than you realize. Step 1. Know your numbers. Track your spending. Align it with your priorities. White heavy check mark sign number 2. You're mortgage free. Your mortgage is probably your biggest expense. Once it's gone, your cost of living drops dramatically. And when your living expenses drop, so does the amount you need to retire. If your mortgage is paid off, that's a huge green flag. White heavy check mark sign number 3. You can access your retirement funds early. Quick quiz. When can you legally access your retirement money? Most people say 65 or 67. But if your accounts are structured correctly, it can be as early as 55, or even earlier with tools like IRAs or Roth conversions. Flexibility is key. White heavy check mark sign number 4. Your investments are diversified. Take Bertie, a real client. Mortgage-free, frugal, had access to his pension. But he invested everything based on online hot tips. When the market dropped, so did his retirement dreams. Diversify. Use pensions, IRAs, rental income, side businesses, or even Social Security to create multiple streams of income. That's what makes retirement sustainable. White heavy check mark sign number 5. You're healthy and active. Be honest, are you in good health? Do you still want to travel, hike, play with your grandkids, or start that dream business? The average person retires at 65, declines at 70, and spends their last years in doctor's offices. But if you retire at 50, you get your healthiest, most vibrant years back. Health is the one resource you can't earn again. White heavy check mark sign number 6. You don't enjoy your job anymore. Do you love your job? Or are you just counting down the minutes? If you've dreaded your job for more than a year, not just a bad week, it might be time to move on. Life's too short to waste doing something that drains you. White heavy check mark sign number 7. You have a plan for retirement. Ask yourself, what would you do after you retire? If you have a clear plan, hobbies, travel, a business, grandkids, that's a great sign. But if you don't have a purpose, retirement can actually make you feel lost, depressed, or even age you faster. Don't just retire from something. Retire into something. White heavy check mark sign number 8. You're watching this video. You're here because something inside you is curious. You're asking, is this it? Could I leave this all behind sooner than I thought? That curiosity is powerful. It means your mind is already exploring a new chapter. Maybe you're closer than you think. Compass the overlooked option. Semi-retirement. Here's the truth most people miss. Retirement doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to quit cold turkey. Could you go part-time? Take only passion projects? Work 2 to 3 days a week? Semi-retirement gives you income, flexibility, and a test run of your dream life. And who knows? You might find joy again, or realize that playing golf 5 times a week gets boring fast. Red heart, emotional ending. You've worked hard. You've saved. You've sacrificed. But remember, life doesn't start after retirement. Life is happening right now. If you have the financial stability and the emotional readiness, maybe it's time to stop waiting. Because the one thing you can't get back is time. So ask yourself, what are you really working for? And how many of those 4,000 weeks are left? Backhand index pointing right, call to action. If you want help figuring out your retirement number or need a second opinion, click the link in the description to book a free call with me. And if you're ready to take the next step, check out my next video, exactly how much you need to retire in 2025.